Hello, my name is Tristan Webb, former owner of Utah Vacation Homes and current employee at Vacaser. I've been asked to share how that happened. So as many of you, I've wondered for years what the value of my company was, and at a certain point if I might try to sell my company or join a larger company and what the value might be. Well, like most of you, I had two concerns. One was a financial concern and one was a family concern. Both of those have impacts that I had to address. So I hired a broker and entertained three different offers, one local and two national. And then I heard from Vacaser. And I'm so grateful I chose Vacaser for several reasons. The first of those is you ask, how do I choose between them? Well, for me, it had a lot to do with the fact that my career was not over yet. I wanted to know what would I be doing post-acquisition, and with the others, I would have been doing essentially what I was doing currently in a general management role, mainly over the maintenance and operations and housekeeping, and detached from the marketing, accounting, and other functions. And that wasn't really my skill set. Now, for some of you, that may be. My skill set was the marketing, the strategic and sales portion of the business. And so with Vacaser, I had a much different opportunity. Vacaser basically has a great need for talent in all shapes and sizes. And so for me, my specialty was a great asset to bring to Vacaser, and I've been enjoying doing what I love to do, which is business development, acquisitions, and sales. Now, there are other Vacaser acquisitions where they love the maintenance and the hands-on owner relations, and they've been able to continue in that mode as well. There's a lot more flexibility with Vacaser. In general, there's a lot more flexibility with Vacaser. The others have a program, they stick to it, and you either fit that role or you don't. And for me, that wasn't as attractive. Now, the price was also another factor for me. With the others, they wanted to look at 3 years history of financials. They wanted to look at EBITDA and what was I paying myself and all these kinds of things. With Vacaser, they just wanted to know, what is the sales potential, what are the assets, the goodwill, the homeowner contracts, the gross sales. Much more simple. Looking back, I did learn a lot through hiring a broker and entertaining those offers, but at the end of the day, I kind of wish that I would have skipped that whole thing and just gone with Vacaser. It was much more simple, much easier to get through. Now, the question comes, does everything change when Vacaser takes over? Well, yes and no. Vacaser has resources that are hard to even comprehend when you're looking at these different options. Vacaser has learned so much in such a short time that much of what they've done is far and away ahead of traditional property managers. And so yes, there will be an adoption of new technology, new resources. Doing things the Vacaser way is one reason, in fact, probably the most important reason why Vacaser has been so successful. We learned from ResortQuest and other national brands who leave each location to fend for themselves, do things their own way, that there's no consistency, there's no national database, there's no national computer integration among all the different locations and destinations. And that is what destroyed ResortQuest. Vacaser, on the other hand, does have the Vacaser way. There is a Vacaser way. There is a unity of procedure, standard operating procedure. There is a unity of software, communication, and database. Of course, Vacaser wants to learn all the best it can from each location. Each location does have its differences. Each location does have its experience, and each employee has its experience. Those things can be brought to Vacaser without destroying that experience. But Vacaser does have a winning formula, so we stick with it. What about homeowners and employees? Well, homeowners are easy to satisfy when you give them more money. And that's Vacasa's main goal, strategy, and recipe for success. If you're constantly delivering more money, homeowners care less about how it's happening and who's doing it. And in my experience, right off the bat, in the slow season, my homeowners saw a lot more bookings through Vacasa than through Utah Vacation Homes. It's quite humbling to know that you're so easily outperformed, but the homeowners are glad. Are the employees glad? Well, I myself, I love my job. I love Vacasa. I loved owning my business for 13 years, but boy, I love doing what I love to do even more. My employees, on the other hand, some of them didn't like the difference. Some of them didn't like having an internet-based, a remote office. The ones that did have really flourished. In fact, my main operations guy, after 45 days, was given a raise and a promotion. And he went from having worked in Park City for different companies as a maintenance guy with a very firm ceiling to, in 45 days, breaking through that ceiling. And now, instead of just being over 40 or 50 homes in Park City, he's in charge of all of the operation managers in Utah and Colorado. And so, huge opportunity for growth that really benefited my employees. Great increase in money that benefited my homeowners, and huge increase in life satisfaction and earnings for me, which has helped me tremendously. So, the results are, I think just about everybody agrees, with more money to the homeowners, more money to the employees, and more money to me, that's a good scenario. And the Vacasa difference, becoming a Vacaser, is the best part of it all, because we are just getting started, and I can't wait to be part of what I believe will become a household name. There you go. Please feel free to contact me if you have any specific questions. I'd be happy to be more detailed about any one of these topics. Thank you very much. Cheers.